Hey guys, we have a new show. Just a couple chefs talking.
Yep.
I wanted to mention a couple of things. Jackson, in the middle of COVID, won Best Pastry Chef of the East Texas chapter of the Chefs Association.
Texas Chefs Association.
Texas, and we are in Texas. So we're going to talk a little bit about Snowmageddon.
Yeah.
What we went through in Texas, the great blackout.
And about opening up 100%.
And about opening up 100%. Yeah, we got some topics to cover. COVID-19, Snowmageddon, and freedom. Yay! And also, I just wanted to shout out to my chef because you know what? He rocks. We love Chef Jackson. So we're here to talk about what we're doing at Heartsbound, the culinary program, what we just got through doing, what we went through with COVID-19. It really shut us down. We weren't able to do anything. I mean, no Hearts Fest this year. No more going out to Truman's Children's Care Center in Gladewater doing music therapy Mondays. Any of our fundraisers, any dinners or any special occasions.
Well, and I wasn't able to hit the high schools like I'm used to doing every year when they start, and going and seeing some of my chef friends that have gotten out of the restaurant business and went to a CTE program, which is pretty cool because I think it's actually strengthening the CTE program. I hope I can, by September, start visiting the schools again.
Yes. Yay. We adopted Rock Bottom Ranch for Christmas, and we were able to get Katie Lynn of America's Got Talent to go with. Then we were able to go and Jackson provided an amazing cake. Patty provided cookies, and I provided music for their first graduation ceremony for their first lady, Jessica, that graduated their 12-month program, which is amazing. rockbottomranch.org. Look them up. They're amazing. They're doing wonderful work. We went through an amazingly cold winter here in Texas. We're not used to minus 12 degrees and ice and snow and lights and electric and water going off. And
that's right.
we melted down, and now we're up to 70 degrees, and it take Texas, but it doesn't take long to hurt people here. It was what, over 10 days? About 10 days of...
Exactly. And it's still, people are still going through busted water pipes, and I've talked to a friend of mine that's a plumber, and he says he's booked until almost the end of June, just in back work.
Yeah, it really hit us hard.
Yeah, it did.
Really
We're just
did.
not expecting that kind of.
We don't. It's what, every 20 years, something like that hits Texas. So every generation is not prepared. We need to do some preparation here for that. So, generators, wood burning stoves, food, rations. I had a lot of food. I'd made a bunch of dog. I did make dog food, which I'd like to touch base on today, on wildlife and pets. Making homemade fresh pet food, which is what I've been doing, which really is a lot healthier, and it cuts costs by half at least.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's healthy. I mean, I've got 2 dogs that are over 16. See, Sophie will be 16 in November, and I think Boo's like 17, going on 18. I'm not real sure he was a rescue, but so you want to make sure that they get a good long life. They eat better than I do.
Well, they were smiling all week long when we were in that snow.
Yes, they
so
were.
I saw them walk around, smiles, and they said, "Sheri." It was Sheri's fault.
Yeah, and I was making all kinds of good stuff for the birds and the squirrels. The squirrel ended up chewing up my picnic table because I turned my picnic table into the wild bird cafe. And he found seeds and stuff in between the boards, and so he chewed my boards up. I'll have to take a picture and show you. But anyway, so you've got to make sure we keep all the wildlife fed so they can keep their body temperature up so they don't freeze. It's important for us to be good stewards.
Absolutely.
Of the wildlife, and so the 2 deer made it through the winter. I'm so excited. I have 2 deer that are they're not my pets. They don't come close to me, but I call them mine. And what I wanted to talk about, Jackson's been telling me about this, and I never really registered in my brain. So I've got process, and I've got pictures, and I'm going to post them in this video.
Okay.
About when you're making your dog food, which it's not dog food, it's human food. I mean, it's ground turkey, zucchini, broccoli, green beans, no onions because those are real toxic to dogs. You can do garlic in moderate amounts, but while you're chopping up all your stuff, all your veggies to make that, you can put those aside while you're making your stuff, your dinner or whatever. Anything, if you're making soup, if you're doing any kind of cooking in there, and you've got scraps like onion peels, even the ends of the onions, the ends of the zucchini, carrots, all that stuff, you just put that in a pan and boil it, and there's your vegetable stock.
That's right.
And while you're doing that, I mean, it's just so easy to do it at the same time. And then you've got jars of homemade veggie stock from organic vegetables in your fridge to use whenever you cook again. It's brilliant.
And that's what I keep saying. Whenever you're starting off something, either a sauce or a soup, if you're starting it off with water, you've already lost 10 yards. So always started off with a flavor, and that's why I say save all the scraps.
Keeping our immune systems built up is key.
Is-
I mean, that's, being on drugs is not the answer. Keeping the immune system built up, eating naturally, eating fresh foods, organic, no pesticides, raw fruits and veggies. Fruits are the cleansers of the body, and the green leafies are the rebuilders.
Mhm.
And so I know that we have on our blog, which we have the Heart of Food. Which is our blog that we have recipes and such on that to share with everybody. We're working on the cookbook.
Right, and that's basically our baseline for the cookbook is everything that we add, whether it be seasonal or whether it be something that I just found or Sheri just found. And let me tell you, Sheri has been a restaurant owner, and she has helped me in the past as far as using her kitchen for special events. So I just want to let everybody know that she is the OJT chef.
OJT chef.
And I am the CEC chef.
Yes, certified executive
Yes.
chef. Also a member of the American Federation of
Culinary
Chefs.
Federation.
American.
And I'm also a
Serve Safe
instructor and Academy of American Chefs.
See, you just got spaghetti all over the place.
Yeah,
Well, that's why you're Italian. You're Italian.
That's right.
I was gonna say also a shout out for Chef, because he coined the term country gourmet, right? When you were at Edam Bakery and Grill,
Mhm.
and that's why we were doing Edam Bakery and Grill cups. I wanted to do a shout out for that. And what I was going to talk about on our blog, the cookbook. Right now, there's just a lot of desserts and stuff, because you, best pastry chef, you did a lot. Not only did he do amazing food in that place, but he also did some amazing desserts. I mean, some delicious, amazing desserts came out of that place. And so I wanted to throw that out there about why we've got a lot of, we're talking healthy, we're talking organic, and we're talking all that, and there's a lot of recipes on that blog that are, just comfort food. But it's important to have some comfort food too. You can't just be all straight up.
No, and I'll tell you
Gotta
what,
have
I
some
mean,
treats.
I worked a place in Arlington. We had a dessert case, and the owner, Ken Bailey, God bless his soul, a very good friend of mine, he came up with this great idea. He says, why don't we put out some sugar-free desserts? And he says, what I'll do is I'll make pink cards, and that'll tell the people that they're sugar-free. Well, those are the ones we threw away because they weren't so long.
Oh no! Right,
So
because nobody wanted them.
Nobody eats
I know.
sugar-free.
I know. Even diabetics.
Yeah,
right. It's hard. Sugar is a drug, man. I like a little bit of coffee with my sugar milk.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sugar's a hard one to get rid of. Here we are eating Patty's amazing, delicious cookies. She'll be a guest chef on here.
Yes.
And Mike Kirschman.
And yeah, Mike.
We'll get
shout
Mike.
out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike Jackson. He's very modest when it comes to what he does for people, but Jackson has a heart for people and wanting to help people and kids, and wanting to teach them anything to do with culinary. And
what we learned early in our cooking careers was that get the foundation built by the Escoffiers and the Carmens, and we learned all sorts of things, especially when the European chefs came over in the early 60s and took over the nice restaurants and the hotels. And then it branched off to Americans were being taught in schools by the European chefs, and that branched off, and then we started branching off into regional cooking. So everything has evolved in the culinary world, and I'm anxious to see if we don't instruct our young culinarians of the future. And that's why I make it a point to always go out and maybe mentor in the high schools or at Chef Association meetings, do some demos here and there.
Right.
Mhm.
And so this is kind of the new show that we're going to start doing, a couple chefs talking, and we'll have guest chefs on here and talk about things that are important to the culinary arts arena. And Jackson's going to give you tips and tricks.
That's right. And one of the one thing that I like to stress is a foundation. The stronger the foundation, just like a house, the stronger the house. And so one example would be my tomato basil soup. Well, if I don't put the basil in it, I've got a cream of tomato soup.
Right.
Okay. If I add the basil, I've got a tomato basil soup.
Right.
Okay. If I add bacon and shredded lettuce, I've got a BLT soup.
Yeah.
So just on that one soup, and I know chefs like to do this because they love playing around with innovative ideas and find out what if, yeah, wow. And then all of a sudden you come up with a signature dish of your own. That was extending my afternoon today.
And you just got off work and drove all the way from Tyler out here to the country to do this show.
Yes.
So we want to thank you for that.
Oh, no problem.
Chef Jackson, you guys, just a couple chefs talking.
That's it.